Welcome back to a tech startup video, guys. This is gonna be a different sort of video. I've realized that I've made a couple of major mistakes in this series. It's an entrepreneurship and coding series, and I have totally neglected you from seeing the entrepreneurial side, the business planning side, as well as the behind the scenes about what's really going on, how I'm planning things, and what exactly I'm doing, and how I plan to actually monetize this product. I also realized that I haven't talked much about the product. I've been in this constant loop of just documenting my code and hoping that you would understand. So in this video, I just wanted to correct myself on that thing. So we're gonna go detail by detail, covering the current product that we have and that we're building, my vision of what we want, and the steps that are required to get there, and the things that we need to do. Because, you know, I don't want this just to be an coding channel. I want this to be a mix of like entrepreneurship and coding, and I've totally neglected that. So I'm sorry for doing that. Regardless, let's have fun today while we just talk about the plan. Let's enjoy it, and hopefully, you guys enjoy this sort of entrepreneurial side. So, essentially, we are building a coding platform. Now, you may be a little bit confused about what that may be, how it will end up, or like what the end product will be. Essentially, I want this product to be a place where coders can come, buy or use one of our free guides or, paid guides, and then learn a specific aspect of code or just simply learn or get clarity on coding. You know, I, I'm making this product because it fits more of what I'm trying to build on YouTube and social media, and also I feel like it's totally neglected in the coding space. We put so much emphasis on like the new big courses, new Next.js 14 course, new this course, but we totally forget about the brand new beginner and the absolute newbie. And I know that because as soon as I post on TikTok or YouTube these entry level videos, like how to set up Visual Studio Code for beginners, how to write an HTML skeleton, like the doc type HTML. There's a couple people that comment and make fun of me for that. They're like, "Oh, this guy just learned code yesterday." Yeah, like I didn't, you know what I mean? But so I feel like by having a product that's entry level, that's valuable to the user, then we could really provide value to that sort of person. And that's all business is about. So essentially, we'll cover these two things. Um, the platform then would be a place for brand new coders to come if they want a deeper insight into learning how to code. I'm not promising they're gonna know JavaScript in 6 months. I'm not promising they'll learn HTML in 6 months. I'm promising them that they will get a good guide slash course, whatever you want to call it, taught by me. And if they really like what I post on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, then they would buy it. So that's really what I want it to be, right? Um, so if we head over here, just real quick, I want to show you what the thing is looking like. We have the landing page, which I think looks really nice. We have this cool logo that I've been working on, just a fun little thing. And this character, he will be introduced into our videos very soon. I've hired a couple of editors and taken the content creation to like another step. And we are creating these characters. Now you probably recognize this guy from like the Wojak memes, but these characters really played a big role in my life, from self-improvement, mental illness, and I want to bring them to coding. So we're creating some characters. This guy will be named Ares. It's a Greek god name, but more on that in the videos. So we've got the landing page, which we shouldn't care too much about. We have then currently got the roadmap page where I want the users to come in and say, okay, I have this thing. I have a way to do things. Excuse me, guys. So here's where the roadmap is. Now, obviously, this will be like the user's name. It's like it's not hard coded. So based on whatever you put your name is on the login, this will be it. But basically, I want the user to come over here. If they're brand new, if they want it, it's free. They can say, okay, I can head over here. I can do tutorials. I can learn JavaScript at Free Code Camp. I can do all this, and it's all located here. Now, I know that there's some things we have to add on everything, just saying, but I just want the bare bones right now. Now, obviously, we have like more mentorship sort of things that I want to add as well. Maybe we could do like like a group class where if you maybe pay a specific amount, you can join like the group live calls or something. I don't know. And of course, we've got the guides, which would be our main selling point and what I want to talk about in a bit. Also, we have gotten the user settings. So this is like the email, the name, the user, and we've also got like the Google authentication setup and the GitHub setup. So pretty good things. So that's what we've got right now. We've gone quite far with what we've built, but I want to stick to this page for right now, okay? So you may be saying like, okay, you're building something, you're building a platform, but what is it? What's the thing you're going to sell? And this is the main part that I've neglected. Okay, I'm going to make myself a little bigger. It's going to be like guides, guys. So the first guide that I will be building is a full learn to code guide. Now, I'll show you exactly what I've done to like kind of research this, but the guides I want to release, I don't want them just to be like a React course. I want them to be more in depth, more than just that. So in this course, what I'll have, for example, is 20 modules, let's say 20 or 25 modules, where we cover every aspect that a new coder needs to know to fully learn code. Not the subjects, but the outline of what they need to do. For example, if we head over back to our Notion template, I made a dream avatar here. And in here, I went through like a ton of problems they're going through. I'll go put you back there. So problems, solutions, okay? I basically wrote down problems that my user avatar would have. And basically a user avatar is your like ideal person you're trying to sell to. And I just wrote down things they're going through. How do I memorize to learn code? I'm not smart enough to learn code. Where do I learn code? Where do I write it? Like, what should I do to learn code? So I'm basically answering all these questions, and the problems that are similar to each other, I'm making a guide on. So learn to code guide. What can we put in this guide that users would find valuable, right? We could make a video on where to write code, right? That would be pretty valuable to the brand new beginner. So we can make like a short tutorial on how to download VS Code and start writing HTML code, right? That could be a really good module. We could do an intro to programming. Maybe we could cover like platforms to learn code. We could do study routines in it. Like I'm definitely going to do study routines and deep work guides in it. So like we can cover how like the ideal study routine, and then maybe like a roadmap explanation of why I built that roadmap. So a bunch of things that we could add into this one guide that specific user would find extremely valuable. I'm not selling to you watching this. You are probably an entrepreneur, statistically speaking. You probably don't code. You may or may not code. I don't know. But it's not to you. You know, the user avatar is someone that probably hasn't found my channel yet and wants to learn code. So that's who it's for. That's who this thing will be for. Okay? I'm not selling it to you. But basically, I've taken the problems that are similar to each other and then we're making it into a full guide. I swear to you, this is so freaking valuable. Every course I've bought that's like really valuable has been one of the best decisions of my life. I've bought $1,000 courses. I've bought fucking like $6,000 courses. The 6,000 course was like stupid of me, but you know, I don't plan to charge $6,000. I think that's insane. I'm probably gonna charge like, I don't know, I think $20, $25 for this guide, but that's what I want it to be. So you guys have seen the product now. We know that it's a guide based on the problems, right? Now, if we go back here, by the way, I'm using Notion. So Notion's like this platform. Oh my God. So again, this is the platform. And the main vision that I want this to be is a beginner-friendly, valuable guide for people to come and they could learn code via, you know, our guide so they get more clarity. I think clarity is like the perfect way to summarize what we're going to build. They get clarity on what they need to do, they understand what they need to do, and they feel comfortable in our they feel comfortable diving into code. Now, the main things that we need to work on right now, okay, that will probably set us straight and get us on our way to actually making some money, to releasing this guide, is really 4 or 5 main things. So the first thing is obvious. It's to create the guide. We haven't created the guide. Like, we've obviously created this, but I have to log in for this, but basically we need guides. You know, it can't just be this. I need to record the guides. I need to plan it out, maybe record 20 or 30 module videos covering the specific subjects. And again, as planned, I plan on recording everything in that aspect. And I plan to document to you guys how I'm doing that, if some of you are releasing something similar. But I need to create the guide because that's like the main aspect of our application, you know, like that's what our selling point is and what they're going to be purchasing. So we better work on that. Now, the next thing we have to do is set up Stripe.js. So Stripe is a payment platform. You've probably heard of it if you're a developer. If not, it's like, you know, when you check out from like a store online and you're like paying for something, you've probably used Stripe as a way of paying. Like, you enter your credit card and stuff. It's like a really secure platform, and you've used it, like 100% you've used it. So we need to set that up because our users need to pay for this. And after that, we need to set up and finish authentication. As I said right here, we have set up something really good and it's sort of working, but I still need to set up things like email verification, two-factor authentication, and just some tiny details to really make this authentication like really stand out to the user and really be nice. Now, finally, the last thing we probably want to work on, it's like I put it last for a reason because it doesn't really matter, is make this look a little better. Maybe add like a progress bar where, like, if the user checks it, like say there's a button down here that says check, it will be checked off and like there's like an animation. Now, this is like a final feature that we could add, like doesn't really matter. But I'd really, really like to add that, as it would make the user experience a lot better. So those are the goals and the things that we need, like the 4 big main goals that we need to do. Authentication is basically done. I'm not going to check it off because there are some things I need to do. But right now, the main freaking thing we have to do is record the guides. you know, it's our main product and something we've totally neglected. But anyways, you know, I am sorry if I haven't, what's the word, like, talked a lot about business. You know, we've been so focused on like the coding aspect, I've been coding every day, and obviously it's not an excuse to like not talk about it, but we learn from our mistakes, and I'm gonna try to document more of everything. So, you know, whether it be like social media posts, business sides, you know, the recordings of the guides and the things I'm going to be doing there, the planning of the guides. I want to document those things so that some of you who are watching learn from my mistakes, and that I could look back and learn from my mistakes. Like I want to check out my first or second video on like the startup, because I want to laugh, because I bet I'm gonna laugh. 100% I'm gonna laugh at whatever the fuck I was doing. And that's good. You know, being embarrassed or cringing at like your past self means that you're growing, right? That's like the only obvious thing. And by seeing that growth, it really makes me feel good. So I want to document as much as possible, and hopefully hopefully in a couple weeks we could actually have this product fucking set and release it and then work with that. I don't know how it's gonna do, and frankly, I don't care how it initially does. Like, I'll be as real as possible. This is a long-term thing that I want to live on. Not for hundreds of years, obviously, but I want this to be something that we could really provide value with. And that's really the main goal of whatever we're building. So provide value to a customer base, or a person, more specifically, a specific person that needs this to succeed. And the main thing we have to solve then, and where we'll make our money, is finding the solution to that thing. So we got to work on that. And yeah, so a lot of work to do, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for what's going to come in the future. Um, but yeah, just taking it step by step. And by the way, it is so early here. It's 7:50, but I started coding at like 6:30. Yeah, man, gotta wake up early because I just said, yeah, just extra time, I guess. But yeah, I'm also considering like live streaming and doing the making this project public. I know I want it to be public. I just wait, okay? There's so much shit we have to do. Just let's take it step by step. Again, I'm hiring people. Like, I hired an editor. I'm taking some things back. So like I'm taking a step back from editing, which takes up a shitload of my time, and I'm taking that risk. So we'll see how it goes. Super excited to see it, but yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little different sort of vibe to the video. Again, it's a platform where the user can just come, get clarity on learning code. They can get learning strategies, have a community, and like have like an applicable way to actually learn and gain clarity on what they are learning. So again, if you have any questions, recommendations, or really just enjoy the video, then like the video. I make no money, so you're free. Your free subscription would go a long freaking way. And I really appreciate every single one of you. We've grown a lot. And again, the number doesn't really matter, but it does. People like to say that, like, hey, the number doesn't matter, but it does. It means a lot. And I can't believe how much we've grown. Like, I remember in October, we were at like 60 followers or 60 subs. 60 fucking subs. I'll even show you. So this right here was in October 29th of 2023. We had 84 fucking subs on YouTube, 600 on TikTok, 100 on Instagram, and 550 on Twitter. And there's just a basic, like, stupid plan with me and my brother-in-law. We just plan shit out. But just looking at this, like, sometimes it makes me a little emotional because I really had nothing. So just seeing like the growth has been fucking crazy. So that's why I'm really appreciative of you guys. From 84 to fucking 1800 now, like I really can't believe it. So really, that's why I'm really appreciative of everything you guys have done for me. This channel would be nothing without fucking followers. It'd literally just be me posting to no one, which means nothing. So you guys are the fucking best. Anyways, before I get teary eyed, I'll end it here. But just know I appreciate every one of you. I'm never gonna fucking sell out to a bullshit sponsor. Raid Shallow Legends, you know, like those advertisements. I don't want to fucking do that unless I fucking need it. I'll sponsor. I've had multiple sponsors hit me up. I've done one sponsorship in the past. It was like an AI company that I really liked. But at this point, we're in a position where we can actually sell product that's valuable rather than wasting people's time with an advertisement. And yeah, so I don't plan on advertising to anyone. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm not making as much money, but for the channel, I think that's the only logical thing. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy coding, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.